Now, welcome to Good Monday evening, and welcome to your first episode of SCV Chat and the new daylight savings time, where you can dance if you want to, where you can leave your friends behind, because if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. And also where we did not build this city on rock and roll, despite what legends may say. Before we get started, views and opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the SCV, its GEC, its executive director, nor any division, brigades, camps, or other subsidiaries, strictly those of us that are expressing them. Howdy.
Those.
Yeah, well, we kind of started off on a silly note, waiting to see how many of y'all do you really watch the episode, or do you just turn it on for background noise? And clearly a lot of folks, there were some that were like, and there goes Moose to comb his beard. Some were asking where we are, everything like that. So we were testing you.
That's what we're doing tonight. Also, no, we just
It was a test.
it was a test.
Some of you passed.
Some of
you passed.
Yeah. We were being very goofy behind the scenes today.
Yeah, and maybe one day we'll launch a behind the scenes look for select few those that do come on the show, that come on early enough they can see when we're jamming out. StreamYard, if y'all have seen before in the past, and we'll see again tonight, we can bring up different things and share screens. And I usually play DJ, and we had a mixture of some comedy videos as well as the safety dance by Men Without Hats. We built this city, and a couple other 80s songs. I'm introducing Moose to the music of my youth, which
I listen to 80s and 90s music more than I listen to my own generation, right?
Yeah, still. And when I say my youth, I mean I was young when I was listening to it, not necessarily I was young when it came out. So yeah. Oh, Keith, come on. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Yes. There you go.
I love the music video of it. It is, hey Jack, your generation has Zach Bryan. He's not that bad as long as he's not dealing with law enforcement. I love the music video, how trippy it is with the skipping vertically challenged person. I don't think I could say the M word, as in midget. Oops, I said it. We're gonna get letters.
All right, one second, just for clarification, because we are going to be talking about something similar to this tonight. Views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily.
We've already read that once.
It's GC, nor divisions, brigade, camps, or any subsidiaries. I'm just putting it up there for clarification now.
All because I said midget.
Yes.
Little person.
Stuff like that can get you in
Jason-sized people, if you will.
Oh. Stuff like that can get you in some fun situations, and we'll actually talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about social media from multiple standpoints, as a camp, individual, brigade, division,
other subsidiaries,
and of course we'll be talking about Canva and how you can use it to really step up your game. We're going to ask that everybody share this out. I've shared it to every SCV page I'm a part of and groups. And again, we're going to get into that in a minute, but I'll let GCB do his part first.
I really don't have a part.
Okay. Do you want me to just go ahead and jump into it? Candy. Oh, well, I mean, one of us has to be, and it's surely not going to be me.
Well, not this week. I usually do all the talking.
All right. So I guess from like viewpoints, there's multiple ways you can go about social media. Hence why we're doing a lot of episodes on social media. And today I want to talk about the importance of having a social media and or a website. And most importantly, the responsibility that gives us. If you're like me, for example, my heritage page, I'm going to call it tonight, has SCV in it. It has, I'm a member of the Mississippi Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. It has my offices on there. And my title now, ever since I became a brigade officer, even when I wasn't a brigade officer, I had my titles in it. You know, when I first did it, it was a way for hopefully people to find me when I was the Mississippi Division historian, or when I was my camp's adjutant, or now with me being 5th Brigade councilman. But with that comes the responsibility of you representing the organization. So it's okay if you have your own heritage page, if you want to keep it yours. But if you're mentioning you're in the SCV, or if you even have like my case, you have SCV all over the place, you have to remember you are a spokesperson for our organization. So try not to put your foot in your mouth, I guess is the best way to say it.
Well, I'm gonna jump in and say that we, your role as, and there's a reason why the national organization has a social media policy, and why
Mhm.
why most divisions, Mississippi needs to redo theirs, strengthen it up a little bit more. But if you're allowed to speak on behalf of your camp or not. If you're allowed to speak on behalf of your brigade or not. If you're allowed to speak on whatever level or not. Um, the what Moose is trying to say is, don't go. What Moose is trying to say is, while you may not be speaking on behalf of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, you are reflected as such. That's why we put the disclaimer out that we're not, we say at the beginning of every broadcast, and sometimes 3 or 4 times, that we're not speaking on behalf of the SCV. We are expressing our opinions, and that's what you're doing. But you still have to be careful on that. You
Yeah.
can't go out there and because they if you're in the public eye, like if you're a division officer or a camp officer and your name and stuff is published out there on the Facebook or on the website or whatever, they're looking to see if you mess up. They're looking to see if, and you know who they are. They're looking to see, what they can get on you. And if you go out there and share a picture of something highly inappropriate, but then you go and you share a picture of you at a Confederate memorial service, remember that no matter what you do online represents the 30,000 some odd members of the SCV, as well as our Confederate ancestors.
Yeah, and my viewpoint on that, and we're not going to stay too long on this topic because there's a lot of positives that I wanted to talk about tonight too. But
Hey,
it's always,
John.
hey John, it's always something I want to talk about. And my dad mentioned this to me a long time ago. My dad is an educator.
So's Larry McClooney.
So is Larry McClooney, and whether he
Past
likes
Commander in
it,
Chief Chuck Michael.
yeah, true. And whether my dad likes it or not, people know he works at his school. And so if he posts something that could look bad upon the school, people will take that and run with it. And so he has to watch what he posts on his personal page. And so we're not trying to stop you from posting things, obviously, but just trying to give you that viewpoint of everything you do. If you tie yourself to the SCV, can be tied in unpositive ways if you're not careful. It's something I make sure I double check a lot of the times, especially on my SCV pages. But just something I wanted to throw out there. And of course, if you're going to talk about things going on in the SCV, try to keep it private. Let's not post it all over social media for those to see.
Yeah.
I've gotten into a one shouting match, and luckily it was in a private group, but still, people who aren't in the
we had a situation, especially, there's a reason why we have camp meetings, why brigades meet, why divisions meet, everything like that to discuss official business. Um, some people share profiles. For example, we had a member who is now passed who shared his profile with his wife. Well, before a division reunion, there was a debate about a constitutional amendment, and she went in there and put, yeah, oh yeah, Wayne, definitely,
Oh yeah.
share your post, your pro stuff. But anyway, um, she put her 2 cents in on our constitutional business. Wasn't her place to put it.
No, not a member.
So that, well, and it wasn't her, not, and it would be the same as if, uh, somebody who's not any other non-member, saying how we need to run our stuff, and their opinions. That's your opinion, but you don't have a vote on what we say and do. So don't contribute to the conversation. So that's my thing.
Yeah, and we just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Uh, yeah, and I try to keep my personal page for my family and friends. I don't accept a lot of friend requests. You've heard me say on the show many times, if you want to know what I'm doing in the SCV, if you want to see any news I come across, I share it. Anytime SCV National Facebook page posts something out, for example, I share it. Go to my SCV page. That is where all my SCV stuff goes. Uh, that's where I fight for our heritage online. That's where it is. My personal page, sometimes I'll post about it, but most of the time I keep it personal because I want to represent the organization. And so if I post something that, say, one day down the line that the SCV has a stance against Barks root beer, for example, and there's just this hardcore stance that we're boycotting them, and that happens to be one of my favorite root beers. And there's picture,
I
and this is
mean,
low
technically, Barks is owned by the Coca-Cola Corporation.
But again, this is low ball situation stuff. But here I am posting it, and someone could, well, see, they really don't care about their heritage. Why are they fighting so hard? Same thing where when you start caring about a monument in town, try to show support for it as much as you can, because an abandoned monument shows that maybe we're not all that around that much. So kind of stuff like that. But I just wanted to touch on that, not really dive deep into it. Yes, keep your personal stuff private if you would like. I know I do, again, just to make sure I don't do anything. Oh yeah, GCB's just letting me talk tonight. He everybody's asking if you're okay.
I'm fine.
I don't know if they've seen you not talk when me and you are on.
Yeah, I let Moose have an episode once a year.
Yeah, once a year. But yeah, and this is kind of what we're trying to say. You're not only representing yourself, but you're representing others, your camp, your division, the whole organization, and so on and so on. And it can be frustrating in today's world. I understand it, but it's something we all have to do now. But
well, it's like me. I have 15 friend requests pending right now from other people across the Confederation. Some people who are avid chat heads. My private personal page. I have friends who are friends and family who are my SCV family that I've known 10 plus years, or in Moose's case 5 plus years or 4 plus years, however long we've known each other. That I keep, or that I've shared the reenacting field with, a couple of times, and I enjoyed their camaraderie out there. But I don't share and post that much on Facebook myself. I personally think that social media is a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad. So I rarely share anything. I occasionally comment on something. I'm really like an 80-year-old guy when Facebook first came out. I don't use it unless it's for like messaging people in chat. That's about it. So I don't, accept a lot of friend requests from people. And when I do share something out there, I make sure that it's correct, factual information. Um, but that's just my personal taste.
Yeah, and I mean, as I said on my family and friends, my personal accounts, I don't accept a lot of friend requests. That's not anything against anybody. It's just I don't like posting and stuff getting shared because that happened to me in 2020. My personal account, like something I said, and it wasn't anything bad. I think I was mad about the Ole Miss monument getting moved, but I mean that was used to get my name out there. And while I don't mind that, I don't want my personal page to be a reference for the organization. But
Yeah.
again, there's a lot of great things you can do. You can have a singular page and not represent the SCV. You can represent just the heritage fight, of course. You can have an SCV page like myself. GCB had it for a bit.
Yeah, and then I got out of being division commander, so there's no point in me keeping a page like that when I have the chat page.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I see something that's worth sharing, I hop onto oh, okay, so Moose has shared this, I'll hop on the chat page and then share it from there. Just because I like to keep things private. And but what we're getting at is you represent the best of the organization. Put your best foot forward. I mean, it is still your views and opinions, but don't do anything to harm me or harm Moose, or by God, we'll track you down and hit you with a flashlight. What?
And then little Jason will come after you. But yeah, no, and again, we've talked about a bit about.
Kidding. We're not going to hunt you down and hit you with a flashlight.
We don't have
That's
that
a
in our
joke.
budget. We don't have
No,
that in our.
we have no, but
We
which,
have
by the way, I've got to file our taxes.
great.
We
Oh,
took
joy.
in no income and we spent no income.
A great. But
We are on 100% budget here on SCV chat.
we're doing great here, folks. But and there's a lot of great things you can do. Like for example, I'm going to stick with Facebook for a bit, but I'm going to encourage trying to get on as many social medias as you feel comfortable at this time. But like there are Facebook groups and there's Facebook pages. Facebook groups are great for members. Like if you need to share information, talk about camp dates, locations, personal information that maybe you don't want to share out on as the SCV.
And that you can the stuff more business stuff can go on there because you have more access and control on what can be posted is what Moose is trying to say.
Yes.
If y'all are doing something that's hey, we're going to meet up, or right now Mississippi, we're in the middle of our legislative session, so we're going to meet up at the Capitol and try to grab as many representatives as we can and talk to them about monument legislation. And you don't want that getting out there, so there's no counter protest or anything like that. Then yeah, do it that way. But if you're trying to communicate, and this is kind of what we're talking about tonight, communicating to the outside world, hey, that our camp is meeting tonight at the Cracker Barrel, or not the Cracker Barrel, they're anti-Confederate now. Bet y'all didn't know that. If you didn't, pay attention. They supported removing Nathan Bedford Forrest bus out of the Tennessee Capitol. But let's say at the Catfish campus, and y'all are going to have Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears as the keynote speaker, then you need to do it that way. And Jordy, yes, we will be talking about the clock app soon.
Yes. And Mr. Wayne, I cannot wait for you to be part of our Southern Brotherhood. But yeah, like what I was going into, like keep those groups private. You can make it so people cannot see who's in it, protect the membership, as well as protect our information. But for public pages, I would say I would like to see camps have a great social media presence. Again, website and or social media. The first thing my generation does is they're going to Google you. That's just what we all do. And fact or not, they're going to go with whatever they find. So you need to make sure you have your word in there. Gerald, TikTok is somewhat Southern friendly and somewhat not. They go back and forth. I have two pages on there. Technically 3 if you count my personal, but I have my SCV page and SCV chats where I post content regularly. Matter of fact, let's see here. And I don't post on TikTok a lot, but let's see. For example, all of our stuff that we shared over February for Black History Month. Let's see here: 600 views, 800 views, 1,000 views, 800 views again. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add those up, it makes a difference. There's someone out there that we probably at least planted the seed in about Confederate heritage. Maybe it's not what I was taught in college or in high school. There's a lot of ways you can do it. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And something I wanted to point out, if your camp doesn't have a Facebook page or something like that, I would encourage them to get it. It's Facebook is probably the easiest one. They're not bad, and so is what?
Nerding out over something I'm saving on the computer.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, and I'll tell you what I'm nerding out about. Big Alamo fan, big Texas War of Independence, which we're in the high holy days of Texas independence. And there's a page on Facebook that has just, and I've never seen it before, but there was a company of Alamo defenders from New Orleans that were called the New Orleans Grays, and it was one of the confirmed flags that flew over the Alamo, and the flag was captured. Some Mexican lieutenant ended up dying trying to get it, or maybe it was a captain or major or something like that. Anyway, he ended up dying. Some other guy ended up capturing, and the Mexicans have it on display at one of their museums of history. I've never been able to see a picture of the flag before, but somebody shared a picture of the flag. So sorry, vexologist.
That's awesome. But Gerald says that TikTok blocked a picture of Beauvoir with the battle flag at the front of the house. And two things on this. Jordy is absolutely right. If we stayed away from everything that's non-Southern friendly right now, we wouldn't really have many places to go. We have to get on these places and fight to have our message heard. So one day we don't have to anymore. But like another thing from Gerald, all I post on the SCV chat TikTok the past month has had the battle flag on it. They took down one video. I appealed it, told them that this is, a historic video and it has nothing to do with what they're accusing me of. They put the video back up. Now, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they keep it down. They, for some reason, do not like my Sammy video, that face video. They take his poor video down every time and blame it on copyright. They also took Mr. Richard Garcia's video down from our page. But we posted that one like twice. One is still up. The other one's down. It's about how much traction you get. That video got, I believe, 50,000 views, that one with Richard. And so they took it down because it was gaining traction. But here's the good news. You've reached 50,000 people before they took it down. The fight's not over. You've touched 50,000 people with real history and our heritage. So, again, sometimes it can be hard, especially on like TikTok, where, yes, TikTok's a bit more out there than most. But I haven't really had much problems on Facebook. I've had a couple, but normally me and Facebook get it settled pretty quickly. And they let me continue to post. Instagram is pretty good as well. Instagram is good if you just want to post some pictures and a short summary of the event. But yeah, no, a camp should have it. I think I broke up there for a second, but brigades, if you are a brigade, guess what? Camps that maybe don't want to have a social media, maybe there's no one in their camp that knows how to operate social media or no one that really understands it, and they are trying to get information out there, our event pictures out there, make everybody know they have a presence. Guess what? That should go on the brigade Facebook page, in my opinion. Then you got division. Of course, it gives you news from national and division-wide events, and of course, our national Facebook page. But I think personally, where we're going to see a lot of social media change will actually be on the camp level. We are a grassroots organization. We start from the camp up. The camps can do a lot more than what we think at times. So I believe there are great examples of some camp Facebook pages out there. I wish I would have wrote them down before we went live, but I was outside in the pasture almost all day, so I didn't have really time to write them down. But there's some great things you can post, and posting at least once a week. All you have to post is like if you don't really have anything much going on that month, post a picture of a flag, tell a brief history of it. Post a picture of a veteran. That would be awesome. Give a history of the veteran. Post a picture of your meeting. Say how well it went. Post a flyer for a upcoming event that you're having for the public. For example, my camp, we sometimes don't share, where we're meeting. You can message us, but if we're having a public event, we'll of course put that out there. Stuff like that. GCB's camp has a pretty active Facebook group. I think y'all have a page, don't y'all?
We have a group and we have a page. We have a private page that's where we conduct business and talk privately. But hold on. But we also have a public page where everybody can go and look at stuff.
And something they do that I enjoy, and of course, they don't show any business. They just show the speaker and the people who want to be on there representing our organization. They like y'all live stream the first 20 minutes of y'all's camp meeting.
Yeah, sometimes, which my camp, we handle most of our business. Most of our business on the Facebook or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's
You
sorry.
good?
No, it's work stuff.
That evil word. But
Anyway, but no, we handle most of our business off screen. What little bit we do, it's mainly reminding our guys of what events come up or are coming up, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's gives our members who can't show up to meetings, or which is most likely myself, as well as the general public, what to expect at one of our camp meetings. But going back to what Moose was saying, it defeats a purpose if you have a camp page and you're not using it for anything. So one thing that you can use it for is reminding your membership that you're having a meeting and who the speaker is. Try to share that out a week before time, because if you share it out, I mean, yeah, I know my camp meets on the second Saturday of every month at 7 p.m. at La Costores Restaurant. Well, if you have a new member who this is his second month and cannot and is not used to that schedule yet, then you need to share it out there and remind him. As well as that way you can share it in any other community groups and stuff like that. So do that. So share that.
Mm-hmm.
If your camp is doing a service, put it out there. Create an event, stuff like that. Social media is a platform and a tool that can be used to fix things. Moose, you were kind of rambling. That's why I'm trying to get you back on track. Trying to help you out here, buddy.
Thank you. But something else you can do is like when the Faces videos were coming out, and there are a lot of great heritage videos out there that all you have to do is you can download them, screen record them, or if you just want to simply share them, that's great content. For example, again, with the stuff we posted in February, share that out there. That's a great post for the week, if you will. That gets information out there. It grabs people's attention, and it helps us defend our heritage. So stuff like that. If you make videos, I know the Secession Camp 4 has a great YouTube page. Of course, if you're going to repost it, not just share it, I would ask permission. But normally, and I think I speak for all SCV camps, most of
Look, pause.
what?
I want to throw something out there really quickly because everybody's talking about different social media platforms. Different social media platforms are good, and we'll talk about them. We're not going to sit on here and bash Facebook policies and everything like that. Strictly because we do broadcast on Facebook, and if somebody reports this, we want to be able to say, "Hey, we defended y'all." But also, my step uncle, step uncle was a Baptist preacher, and part of his ministry was to go out and play golf every Thursday afternoon. And on those, and the church questioned him why on Thursday afternoons he left the office and went out there to play golf. And his answer to the church was, because that's where the sinners are. Facebook is the largest social media platform out there. Now, while yes, we may be more friendly as far as First Amendment and things like that, they have not grown to the size of to the size of reach that Facebook has. X, or what used to be Twitter, is starting to rebound a little bit, but Facebook as a company owns Instagram, owns Threads, Facebook, probably about to own TikTok at some point in the near future, or TikTok will own it. And it's slowly becoming well, it is an empire, but growing as an empire. And what we're talking about, getting your information out there to your membership is great, but we're also talking about recruiting members, retaining members, mainly recruiting members, or getting the truth of our history, not as we say up in that corner up there, reclaiming the narrative. In this case, 1 week at a time. You have to go to the places where the people are. We can sit here and preach to the choir week by week, month by month, and talk about how great our ancestors were and how legal secession was and how the cause for which they fought was right in 1776, 1861, and 2024. And we can say that all we want to each other. And we can agree and pat each other on the back all we want to. But us living the charge and defending it to the vast public of the world, you have to be where the vast public of the world is. I'm off my soapbox, rant over.
But yes, so we need to stay on platforms like this. And yes, if you have a private Facebook group that is good for memberships, like are good for members, like Miss Linda says, but we need to be on as many as we can too. I'm on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I try to post as regularly as I can. Sometimes I do neglect some of the other pages, but I try my best to keep posting on there because, again, that's where the mass majority of people are. That's where we need to get our narrative across. And we have lots of history to pull from, people. Not Southern heritage didn't just start in 1861. Our museum does a great
1607.
Yes,
1607.
Our museum does a great service to us by showing the Southern heritage all the way back to 1607 to the modern day. Southern heritage also didn't end in 65.
It's still going on today.
There's a lot of Southern culture, pop culture you can just make a post on. Like at least once a year, I'm going to post something about the Dukes of Hazzard on
417 years, Moosey.
Now you do sound like one of the older people
That's
on
reference to a video of an Irishman who went to England and passed a statue of Oliver Cromwell and began yelling and playing "Come Out, Ye Black and Tans." He talked about the 800 years of English oppression of the Irish.
I forgot
and,
where I was going.
yeah. So 417 years of oppression we've had.
But there's a lot of stuff we can pull from. So you don't just have to post about the war. The
But
war,
how do you use social media to be successful to get back on point?
that's what I'm trying to. You interrupted me twice.
You keep getting off point and talking about the greatness of social media.
I'm trying. But
And
as
stop kicking me off stream.
I didn't do that one,
Well, freaking what's his name did.
Thomas. But there's a lot of stuff you can pull from. It's not too hard to keep up with it. And of course, if you have a camp historian, even better. Talk to them, get some information. Or when a speaker comes, get some information from them, post a picture, give them an acknowledgement even. There's a lot of stuff we can do. And Jack says, it might be hard for someone to update all these pages on all these different platforms. It can be, but like for example, again with what we did this past February on SCV chat, I posted everything at the same time. So when I would normally post something on chat or on my personal page, I took the time, copied and pasted the caption, had the video ready, and uploaded it. And it didn't take more than 5-10 minutes. Now, of course, if you're trying to post different things on every single site, yes, it can get bad. And I already talked about the fact that there's sometimes my web page, I don't keep up with all my social medias. My personal SCV TikTok is a great example of that. I've not posted on that in months. And I try my best to keep posting on the SCV chat TikTok. But it's okay. And
yes, get over
that. And like Jason said, you can go out to battlefields, Confederate memorials, cemeteries, and talk about that. Have live video of it, or just record it. GCB is having a heart attack laughing so hard. I hope I'm making sense, but if you're struggling right now, I would pick one. I would start with Facebook personally. You can easily go transfer over to Instagram because you can post there on the same time. And then I would try TikTok. TikTok and YouTube are probably the hardest because they're videos. Sometimes it can be challenging. I think you meant to do that, GCB. But
That's gonna be worth the copyright strike.
That's worth it to you because I'm the one that's going to have to deal with the copyright strike.
Yeah.
Dang.
Glad Chuck Mack got it.
Well, I try my best, y'all. This is why I don't speak much. You know what, Connor? You go ahead, take over, go on with the Canva. I'll be a good little moose. I'll be quiet.
No. You're good. You're good. Probably misspelled shrubbery.
This is a great one. Oh, God bless y'all.
See, this is what I normally have to deal with. I try to go through the topic, and Moose is, moosing around.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shows. Great. You remember when I took a little hiatus for the state fair, and I came back, and you played a South Park clip.
That was worth the copyright.
Remember when you did that?
Yeah, I do forget about it. But I'm just trying to get, I guess, shoot ideas as they come across in my head to y'all. Is there any questions we have about camp social medias? We are about to get into Canva, and that's really going to be kind of something we're going to stick with tonight. It's very easy with Canva to get pictures edited, to make flyers, to make thumbnails.
Well, hold on. Let's stop really quickly before we jump on.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly, in recap of Moose's half of the show. One, be relevant on your social media. So by that we mean continue to post stuff regularly. You see something, share it. It doesn't have to necessarily be shared. You can go on the YouTubes and find different videos, whether it's the Faces video or Secession Camp 4 or something from another camp, or heck, even the old Ron Castile video on the SCV. Share that out there. Share multiple times a month, including but not limited to upcoming events for your camp, whether it's your camp meeting, your memorial service, other camp events. When I say other camps, we mean, neighboring camps, sister camps, whatever you want to call it. If you have an OCR chapter that's doing their thing, share their stuff. So be relevant, be respectful, both on your main page or on your camp's page and your own page. Be respectful. Remember, you reflect upon the SCV and try things out. What may work for us and what may work for you and other camps may not work for everybody else. MeWe may work better for y'all. Try MeWe. Facebook may work better for y'all because there's more people out there. Try Facebook. Use the Facebook Marketplace to, that's one thing that you haven't talked about, but to offer free genealogical resources in your area. You would be surprised about how many genealogy pages there are out there and how active they are. So be respectful, be relevant. And there's a third R that I can't remember right now. Oh, remember, you are being watched.
Very true. Yes, and
try again.
Yeah, if you're going to post pictures of your camp members, please let them know. Gerald makes a good point. Don't just post a picture of them eating, say at a banquet, while they're not looking.
Unless you're making a very good joke at somebody's expense, because he's hungry for our heritage.
He is hungry for our heritage.
Now, the second part of what we're talking about tonight is Canva. It won't let me unmute you. There we go. Canva is a free online graphics editor. So what does that mean, Moose?
That you can take almost any picture in there and make it better for your page. There's our video. True. You can make videos on there. We've done that. Of course, all of our flyers, the background we have, the flyers for our episodes, flyers for events, thumbnails that we use, random pictures of sometimes me getting moose antlers. You can
Christmas cards.
Our Christmas cards that we post every year. It's really endless possibilities, and once you get to playing with it, trust me, it's better than us explaining it.
It's super user friendly. If us two idiots, mainly him, can figure out how to use it, because he uses it more than I do. I use it for work, but he uses it as far as our chat stuff goes. I do more. He does our graphics editing. Okay. He does our graphics editing. I do our video editing on there. So like the intro video, he did that. Oh no, I did that. The background video, I did that. The video for Look Around the Confederation's intro, I did that. So it's a really good source. And we say free, there's a free version and then there's a paid version.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The free version's good, but if you can't afford, I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. It is worth it. I'll bring that up. I'm not going to say you have to, but it is definitely worth it. Like, do you want?
Sorry.
I
just got a very important email I was waiting on getting back. Sorry, guys.
Oh well. Do you need to get off a second?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yes, Canva, Canva. And we're actually about to, let me go to share our screen. And not that one. Boom! Can y'all see it?
Wow, coming soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah. So let's say that give me a camp name, typed out name and number. Somebody in the chat.
Yes, someone give us your camp name and we'll use it. We'll make a little flyer starring your camp. Very much so. Anybody? Anybody? There we go.
Turner Ashby. All right. So we have that. Let me write that down. Turner Ashby 1, that's the first one that came in. Turner Ashby 1, that's the first one that came in. Turner Ashby Camp 1567. All right, Jason, because you were the first one to write in. Give me some information on when and, well, hold on. You're back. So I am pulling up the Turner Ashby SCV camp. From Winchester. Ooh, wow. Winchester, VA. Let me boo. Let me find. Let me click on activities. Our next camp meeting. So. Jason, really quickly, I can't read, so Moose will read your response out to me. Do y'all meet on the second Tuesday of every month?
Yes, they're meeting tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make it because as we talked about it,
At 7 p.m.
so all right, I've got that information down. Now let's say we want to do something like a recruiting poster, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say we go to our elements. So our elements is stuff that different graphics that Canva already has in there. All right. So let's just say we want parchment paper. So we find us a parchment that we like. I like this one. So we drag it, drop it, and boom, that sets it as our background. Mm-hmm. So Canva also has a bunch of, I know that's John Hunt Morgan, a bunch of free graphics that you can use for free. And this is just a search for Confederate. So we look through here. Let's say we don't find one that we like. Well, let's say we like this one. All right, that's kind of Turner Ashby-esque. It's a cavalryman, couple of cavalrymen. I'm listening to Moosey.
Oh yeah, no. And if your website is like that's your bread and butter, Miss Linda, stick with that. You can continue to improve. We never
Just
stop.
make sure that you're updating it.
Yeah. She said that it needs to be updated soon. Thank you for updating it. There's a couple people that don't ever update anything, and I'm throwing us in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. If you got something that's your bread and butter, stick with that. That's okay. You can try to get out of your comfort zone every now and then, but we're just trying to help give you guys as many tools as we possibly can to help improve everybody's social media presence. So, like GCB is doing right now, he's making a lovely, lovely flyer. Or are you making a graph?
Flyer, graphic, same thing.
But yeah, we kind of wanted to show y'all, and I have a couple of stuff saved in here I can bring up after you get done.
Go ahead and bring up some stuff while I'm working on this, just to show how easy it
All right.
is.
I'll bring up a couple things. So let me pull this up. Let's see here. Almost done. I'm trying to find the one I did for my camp not too long ago. I think that would be a good one to start off at. Here we go. So, for example, let me do my screen share now. All right. Connor's is going to go away for just 1 second. But here's the one I made for my camp's 30th anniversary. We celebrated it. The then picture is our UCV camp, the Samuel H. Poe UCV camp. And then, of course, the picture to the right is a more modern picture. I believe that was taken the day I was elected camp adjutant. And, of course, you can see, this was at a camp member's house, this event. So we said for location and more information, and there's my camp's email. And there's the Wayne County monument in the middle of it, 30th anniversary. We put that up there. Something else we also did is, now this is more of a video, but I will still screen share it. This is something I made up for Beauvoir. So Beauvoir was celebrating fall muster. They did a radio ad. I put the audio from the radio, put this picture on it so we could post it on our social medias. There's something else you can do. Let's see here. This is a good one. Of course, Connor already said I do it all for SCV chat, the promotional one. So this is one I made recently for our season 5 premiere just 10 episodes ago. Of course, we had Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshiers on and our National Public Affairs Officer, Mr. Ed Phillips. So I got 2 pictures from them, both from Facebook, bless their hearts, and put season 5 or the number 5 in the corner, gave it a red and blue scheme that seems to be somehow, or that seems to be our colors here for the chat, and share that out. It had everything you needed. Our logo in the center, season premiere, have a new season coming out live 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Guest there. Please subscribe, like the video, share it out maybe. And just, there's so much you can do with stuff like this. And like, here's the one I just recently made. Let's see if I can bring that up. This is one. So I'm making a binder for all the stuff I've used as my time as my camp's adjutant. So, of course, very top, Samuel H. Poe, camp number 255. And then in the middle, my camp's logo. I couldn't do this without Canva. They allowed me to be able to put my camp logo in there and it looks nice. It looks clean. It came out great for my binder, and of course my camp position, the years I've served, and my name. So it's got many uses. You see me show you posts. You see me show you flyers. There's just so much stuff you can do with Canva. How are you coming up there, GCB? Are you ready to show
I'm
off?
done.
Okay.
I'm working on spacing right now.
All right. Well, let's see here. Very nice. Thank you, Jack. Yes. You kind of similar to words, but I think this is a bit easier to use than words, personally.
Yes, Miss Linda, with the paid subscription, you can actually build a team. Moose and I, we just both have the same login, and I'll work on something, and he'll work on something. He'll have his own projects in there. I'll have my own projects in there. So you can have a team, or you can just use your own, or just share the login.
There's just so much stuff. Like, I'll let you get done with yours, and I have one more.
Done.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that took what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, it doesn't take long. It's real easy. And again, like Miss Linda says, if you need help, there's multiple ways you can get people. Either have a couple camp members share the same login, or if you buy the plan of $5 a month, get the camping account and then send it to a couple of camp officers for them to do. Like, here's an example of a real good one. Like, again, it's very professional. It's easy to post. Now, if you wanted to make one, just say, I don't know, goofing around. Here's a great example of one just for goofing around. Connor made this for me when I announced I was running for 5th Brigade Councilman. It was funny. We posted it, and just something like that, or definitely probably not something like that, but more like this. But
yeah, well, I mean, this is a version of, and because I could redo the size of it, but this is kind of themed after like a War Between the States actual recruiting poster. But it has the the Your Heritage Under Attack. Of course, the wording's important. Join the Sons of Confederate Veterans, Turner Ashby Camp, 1567, and visit the website, to where this camp has a website. So you can go and look at the website, and there's a how to join the SCV thing. But let's say that you're looking, you don't know how to come up with a design, and your Canva has a ton of designs in here. So let's say that well, I tell you what, I'm gonna stop sharing that one. I'm gonna show y'all some real behind the scenes really quickly.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to do a Facebook post. Facebook post. What? And it gives you a list of
yeah, Easter's coming up.
yeah, let's just say that you want to do a Happy Easter from your SCV camp. So you look through and I like let me find one that I like. What?
It's just funny how you're like, find one you like, and then you sat there for a second. I'll find one I like. just started scrolling through it all. I do think you can do a QR code. I haven't tested
You
it out,
can. You
but
can. I've done it. I've done it for work. I may have an example in here. All you have to do is you take your QR code and you input it into the actual document. Trying to see if I can find that one. It would be way on down here in our history.
while you're doing that, let me put this up. Here's like what my camp sent out for Christmas. And look, it's very simple. I posted a picture of, again, our town's monument. Merry Christmas from the Samuel H. Poe Camp.
So
SCV.
here's if y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right here it says vintage QR code online menu. That's where it did the QR code one for work related purposes. So you just got to go to a QR code creator and throw that out there. But let me go back to the Easter thing.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, here's another application that you can use for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know this is celebrating the life of this person, sharing the tab instead. But we're going to celebrate our the only thing I have to do is shrink the tab, shrink the text down. Hold on, I gotta zoom in a little bit. It's not letting me select the text. There, April 27, 2024. BAU Beauvoir. Moose, what's Beauvoir's address? Hold on.
Beach Boulevard.
Really helps.
You've been down there a lot more than I have.
Yeah, but I never mail anything down there. I'm not on the board of trustees.
I have the address right here. 2244 Beach Boulevard, Biloxi, Mississippi.
Beach, BLVD, Biloxi, MS, zip code?
39531.
All right, so we don't want his picture. I'm sure he was a nice man. But here's the thing. You can keep your uploads of images you've used before in the past.
Like
so,
this
boom.
Michael.
Yeah, past Commander-in-Chief, Chuck McMichael. So... prayer, musical selections, keynote, address. We don't have a eulogy. Floral, tributes. Cannon, musket, and artillery, salute. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Benediction, singing of Dixie. Special thanks to. Drag that to there. Drag that to there. SSI, PBI, Division, SCV, MS, SSI, PBI, Society, OCR, Mississippi Division UDC BAU Beauvoir Board of Non-Boards. Delete. Boom. Control C. Because some people don't know this and they should be strung up. Who just texted you?
My brother.
Oh, okay.
And boom. That was very easy.
And boom. Now we have a program for the Mississippi Division Memorial Service at Beauvoir.
Yeah, and it was that easy. That didn't take, what, 10 minutes? 5 minutes, actually? And
It looks professional. It looks very good designed. You know.
And all our posts can look like this. It can all have that professionality. And like this with the I've drawn a blank. Drawn a complete blank. But yeah, no, well, like with the brochure, I'm going to call it, because I've completely went blank on what to call it. But I mean, that's something that used to take a very long time to do. GCB, back in your day, how long did it take you to make one of those?
So back, let's go back to my dad's day in the 1990s. In the 1990s, he would have to lay it out on a typewriter, and he had I still have that book of War Between the States clip art, because you really couldn't get a good graphic image on there and print it on there. So he would have to use that clip art, and then he'd have to measure and line it out like that. Then let's fast forward to 2020, not 2020, 2002, when my sister got her Dell computer for college, and it was a tower computer. And she did our division yearbook, helping my dad lining it out. And that took 3 months to line it out. And now we're here. TJ, don't knee at us. What sad, strange days these are when passing ruffians can knee at people. Nobody is safe in these trying economic times, even us struggling business owners who are trying to create a media empire and help people out are kneed at.
Yeah, we try our best. But with anything, I know this is going to be hard for some people to adjust to, but trust me, playing with it, you learn it. It's very simple. Again, I think it's one of the easiest ones out there. You can do it on your computer. You can do it on your phone. It really is one of the simpler ways to get pictures for social media, event flyers made, promotions, programs, agendas even. I think Canva is one of those big tools that can really help us all with our social media game. Not to mention, again, if you don't know where you're trying to come up with, or if you're kind of brain fried and don't have an idea, they have templates there for you. All you have to do is type in your SCV camp name.
Yeah, you just plug and play with the text. And let's say that you're not a great writer. Well, you go to GPT, you type in, see, it all builds. You type in what you want it to say and what you want it to do, and it'll do it.
Very, very straightforward. Again, I would recommend playing with it. Not going to hurt anything. Do we have anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Hold on.
Oh, he's got something. We got a brain blast going on here.
Yeah. Oh no, I messed it up. Oh wait, I messed it up. I can't read my text. Oh, there it goes.
What are you doing?
Just showing how forgiving this can be.
Well, it wasn't on the screen.
Oh. Yeah, it was.
No, I just put it up on the screen.
Oh, great. Okay, so I'm adding a third page to it. I need to select my text. Oops, I accidentally selected the white background. Oh no, I can't see my text anymore. What do I do? Undo. Oh, that's super forgiving.
Very forgiving. I mean, I think Canva is one of the easiest ones to work with. Did you just put a heart? What? It's been a long work week.
Oh wait, I need to find a picture of Harrison. Oh, I just go into my uploads and
Wow, that was really close up in there. I did not know that. It's also a picture of our commander in chief, Dr. Mitchell.
stuff from work.
Yeah, Batman.
Oh no, Moose has stuff in his background. What do I do? Edit photo. Huh. Oh no, there's a background remover.
This background remover is one of the best features I would say on there.
Yeah, because forever you had to, like in Photoshop, you had to actually go in there and AI will automatically select the stuff that's the background. And now, boom. I'm sorry for playing the Get On With It video. It was funny.
It was funny. I'll give you that one. It was funny. And you can also edit the color of a picture. Like, see, look, now I'm black and white. Now I'm
Magenta.
magenta. Now I'm green. Now I'm purple. We're all over the place. Now I'm look like I'm getting chased down by the predator.
Oh yeah, and if you really want to do some stuff with it, like old timey, you can go in there and edit the picture to make it, look like it's from back in the day.
Yeah. There's a lot of great stuff we can use this for. And of course, we'll keep bringing up social media and ways to use it in a couple future episodes. But we wanted to take tonight and just kind of show you what you can do easily on a camp level with Canva and stuff like this. And Connor could even shape me into a heart if he wanted to. Like, I think
I won't shape you into a heart. I'll shape you into a star.
you need to, yep, there it is. Boom. See,
Yeah.
now that we see the real star of this picture is my dog.
We don't necessarily like that. So I want to get rid of it. Okay, undoed it out. Oh wait, aha!
And see, now I am a heart. And look, it even matches the background.
Wait, hold on. There's more.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't do it.
Do I have a black heart?
No, that's me.
But there's just so much we can do with it, everybody, that it's real easy, and it can take us into the 21st century. And of course, if you have any questions, I would be happy to help you. Yes, canva.com. I wish they would have sponsored us. This would have been a great sponsorship for tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. Could have
But,
given us a free year's worth.
Yeah, that's all I would have asked for it. But,
No kidding.
Do you have anything else, GCB?
What you doing Thursday?
We can talk about that after the show. I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
So tune in this Thursday for Look Around the Confederation at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time. Make sure to share this episode out. And I guess
I'm not gonna be able to host for you.
Okay, well, we might not have a show Thursday.
Rerun.
We'll see. All right, but make sure to share this episode out. Make sure to tune in Tuesday for Look Around Florida, hosted by the Florida man, Sean McFall, and all our other great shows. I know Dave has his show in the Douglas Southall Freeman group Friday. Mr. Hardy has his Sunday. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody else. If I do, please post their schedule down below. In the words of the late, great Harold Philpotts, remember, my chat heads, no fumar in the elevator. Good night, everybody.